Good day everyone. Today I'll be sharing a brief summary of the Gloria Jeans Coffee in Malaysia case study, focusing on how the brand entered and navigated the competitive Malaysia market. So Gloria Jeans Coffee was founded in Chicago in 1979 and expanded internationally. In Malaysia, it entered in 1996 through a master franchise agreement with TTG, which is Thai Tong Group, a local food and beverage giant. Initially, TTG expanded to 13 outlets but faced intense competition from established players. Additionally, TTG's ties to Berjaya Group, which owned by Starbucks Malaysia, it created conflict of interest, causing outlet to shrink to only 3 by 2005. In 2006, My Franchise, a government-linked company, took over GJC's operation, receiving strong support for expansion. They opened 5 new outlets in 2007 and localized offering that include items like nasi lemak. By 2024, the Tier 4 outlets were halal certificate, boosting the local trust and relevance. In summary, Gloria Jeans Coffee shift from TTG to My Franchise revitalized its presence. Local partnership, government support, and cultural adaptation were key factors in GJC recovery and growth in Malaysia coffee scene. Thank you for listening to the brief case summary.
Hi, my name is Amni. My metric number is 298065. Now for question 2. Why do you think GSC entered an agreement with TTG? It is because TTG or Thai Tong Group is well-established business, food and beverage, because they have well experience in the industry, because they have 10 years experience, and then they also having wide market such as in countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Brunei and Singapore. And also TTG having credibility in the industry. They have wide market that convinced the Gloria Jeans Coffee to enter agreement with them. And also for second point is competitor in coffee franchise industry. With the rising of coffee franchise industry such as Starbucks, make GSC more difficult to compete with them. That's why they enter with TTG agreement. Because TTG able to give support and direction for GSC. And also it is because TTG can give GSC an opportunity and plan for GSC franchise. And also TTG has strong influence in the industry and the market, making GSC market more easier to grow. That's all from me. Thank you. To the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Lee Kim and normal metric is 298439, and now we're going to discuss about question 3, which asks about what are the motivations and driving forces behind GJC for entering the agreement with TTG. One of the motivation is TTG in achievement in the F&B industry, which became TTG background as one of the large company in F&B industry that specialized in offering the best local taste and preference in Malaysia. The second driving force for GJC to enter agreement with TTG is because of the need for financial support from TTG. This is because TTG invested in the large segment market by inventorying and catering to the variety of seafood restaurant and also Western restaurant. TTG putting in their large investment in contributing the building all the restaurant has become the driving force for GJC to agree with them to expand their business in Malaysia. Last but not least is because of the desire of GJC to expand their brand in Malaysia. GJC want to make use of TTG influence in Malaysia, which by entering the agreement to gain the of competitive advantages in entering the market through TTG suggestion.
Hi, my name is Liu Huakang. My matrix number is 299996. Today I will present about what are the underlying benefits for Gloria Jeans Coffee to enter a contact of agreement with My Franchise. Firstly, this franchise agreement can give the government back support and local expertise to the Gloria Jeans Coffee. It make the business be able to access Bumiputra entrepreneurship initiative, low interest loans, and provide franchise training programs. And the next point is, and the next benefit is strategic location and supply chain integration. By enter into the contract of agreement with my franchise, Gloria Jeans Coffee can be able to increase their brand visibility, and they can provide the local dishes, which is nasi lemak bungkus and murtabak. They also offer discount for the club to make their product be more famous. And the third point is brand recognition and marketing. Through my franchise, Gloria Jeans Coffee can gain market resources that often provide opportunity to access the national or regional marketing campaign. This will make the business rather than the limitation resources if the business remain individual.
Hi, my name is Wilson Teo. My number is 299290. Question number 5. Location are one of the most critical factors in the marketing mix. Considering the major competitors in Malaysia are owned or operated by companies with larger organizations behind them and have established with related business network. Discuss what can be done in such a location before any direct competitor do. In our case, we are going to explain about the strategy outlet identification for GJC, Gloria Jeans Coffee, how they can stay competitive against large rivals like Starbucks and Coffee Bean in Malaysia. First, strategy property partnership. GJC have tied up with the major players in Malaysia such as Tesco Malaysia, Sunway Lagoon, and Pavilion. They have navigation with those companies to secure a price spot to promote their product and franchise. Secondly, leverage governance support. GJC have utilized PNH, which is Perbadanan Nasional Berhad, to influence to access GLC-backed development. GJC have preferred entry into the urban cluster location and focus on the Bumiputra entrepreneur creation in Malaysia. The third part is the data-driven site selection. GJC have analyzed the demographic, urban planning, and behavior before they start their franchisor business. They target high ground zone and use GIS tool and pop-up store for the low-risk expansion. Last but not least, building brand value and local presence. GJC has localized all the menus in every of their franchise. They also did a lot of community programs to increase their GAC name, brand, and reputation. They have proven creativity from their past session until today. To answer the question number 6, from your point of view, why did the entry mode of Gloria Jeans Coffee GJC different from Starbucks? First, we need to know what are exactly the difference of GJC and the Starbucks. For GJC, they chose a master franchise model which having minimal capital and operation risk that fit for a smaller global brand. However, for Starbucks, they are choosing the corporate-owned store via joint venture that have fully control over brand, operation, and experience from the franchisees. The difference between GJC and Starbucks can showing by the strategy goals and the marketing dynamic. For the strategy goal, GJC has aligned with Bumiputra development agenda, which is the franchise of the GJC will more focus on the consumer that from Bumiputra group. For the Starbucks, they mostly maintain of the global consistent and standard. Therefore, they will prioritize their brand integrity over the localization and target to the prime urban locations. On another part, market dynamic, GJC had needed fast and cost-effective expansion. Therefore, their franchising up offered a flexible and local synergy. However, for Starbucks, they more focus on tight brand control. They will leverage global perspective and they will more invested heavily in corporate owned growth. For the conclusion, we can summarize that GJC franchise to grow quickly with limited resources, while Starbucks use direct ownership to maintain control and brand prestige in a competitive and urban driven market.
In the question 7, it asks about are my franchise localizations and efforts is enough for it to appear in Malaysia? I think it enough to appear because my franchise localization were used through the strategy with traditional and cultural food such as nasi lemak, bungkus, nasi biryani with chicken and murtabak, and as the result of bringing the Malaysian food to the market testing show a positive from the local customer, which has gained more potential from the loyal customer. However, for the KFC and McDonald's localizations, similarly, they embrace similar localization strategy by modifying their menu to suit with the local customer preference, which in the result both of these franchise will become one and considered as the most well-known and favorite fast food in Malaysia with their signature menu. What we are going to discuss is what are the big differences of GJC between McDonald's and KFC. The main product of GJC is focused on selling the coffee drinks, which will be more linked to the expensive spending on the food and beverage, while on the other hand, KFC and McDonald's core value are to sell the food at a more affordable and friendly cheap price to the customer. Even though both of the company franchise has the sponsored drinks such as Cola and Pepsi, but they are not focusing on their main product through the drinks options, while GJC will more focus on their drinks menu to encourage the customer to attract to their product.
Okay, we are coming into the last part, which is the conclusion and the recommendation part. In conclusion, Gloria Jeans Coffee illustrate that the importance to having franchise agreement with my franchise to drive into local franchise industry. Through my franchise, Gloria Jeans Coffee be able to enter the local franchise industry that are more competitive, and they can join it smoothly based on the support from my franchise. This also able to bring the operational speed to Gloria Jeans Coffee, which is hard to achieve if the business remain individually. And next is the recommendation part. To ensure the sustainable growth, Gloria Jeans Coffee must reinforce their partnership with more government agencies. Besides that, they also need to extend their strategy of product adaptations with more menus that can fix customer tastes. And lastly is Gloria Jeans Coffee also recommended to perform a marketing campaign during national celebration, and this can attract more customers with different ethnic and increase the brand visibility for the business. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, we are coming into the last part, which is the conclusion and the recommendation part. In conclusion, Gloria Jeans Coffee illustrate that the importance to having franchise agreement with my franchise to drive into local franchise industry. Through my franchise, Gloria Jeans Coffee be able to join